Good morning, YouTube. Oh, about 7:30. Let's get going here. Not really a cloud in the sky, by the way. Look at that. Nice. I'm loving it. It's about 73 degrees. Not that that matters, because it's whatever temperature it is wherever you are. Is that heat wave still going on in parts of Europe? Here's one relic from a garage sale fail. A lamp. It's got a cord down there. It's kind of nice. Too bad 17-inch tire. Be almost ashamed to like cut this thing up, but I don't have any cars currently that use 17-inch wheels. Oh, you can feel the earth move actually. Alright, garage door find this morning. Some real shit scrap. I specialize in the lowest quality scrap possible. The truck doesn't run, Kingdom. Why are you putting the stuff in there? Well, because I don't want it all over the place. I don't want it all over the place anymore. Getting tired of that. You know, earlier today when I took my daughter to work, okay, because she doesn't want to put insurance on her car anymore, so she can't drive it then. Okay? It's that simple. Typical millennial. Has a hard time affording driving. Which is what I think they want, anyway. Not the kids, but, you know, they, the masters of the universe. They don't want people being so independent and driving. They want you to ride an Uber or they call it car sharing. Well, I don't understand where the sharing is happening. Like, sharing to me is like, you know, like when you're a little kid and, you know, there's like one cool toy and you share it with your friends or your, you know, your brothers or sisters or whatever. My turn. Well, with Uber, it's not my turn or, you know, your turn or his turn. It's getting an app on the phone, right? I don't know. I've never taken my kids' app though. But and paying for what essentially is an unmarked taxi, an unmarked single taxi company car. Like, there's only one. It's usually not a fleet of. I'm sure there's some Middle Eastern guys that have probably tried to figure out how to make it into a you know, a fleet of Ubers. But if that's true, I haven't heard of that, but they're usually quite ingenious that way. Because I remember several years ago, they were really squawking about how much business they were losing to this car sharing thing. I don't get where the sharing part is. I think that's Orwellian speak there. There's no sharing going on, trust me. Okay, it's somebody's car, and you're paying for a ride in it, just like any other taxi. That taxi cab might belong to the typically Middle Eastern guy that's driving it, or he might be just leasing or renting it from the company. Either way, either it belongs to an individual or it belongs to a company. So what's the difference? How come a taxi isn't considered a car sharing service? Kingdom, put that camera down and use both hands. Well, if I wasn't taking a break, okay, I would be. I am taking a break, okay, whatever that might be. In other words, I'm going slow. I'm going slow, man. Leave me alone, bro. I'm going slow, man. You know that slow southern style. Whatever that is. And I think that's definitely born of the heat and humidity. Creates my claim is that's created the culture. Kind of moving slow at a certain pace. Not too fast, not too slow. Well, probably more slow than fast, but my claim is that the long days of heat and humidity make people not want to push too hard, because that's not possible anyway. Look at that, so many parts are just coming along to help me fix that door right there. Got another dolly wheel there. Always remember, the scrap man never really wants. Well, he does, kind of, but he just waits. He wants, and he's going to wait for what he wants. How about that? That stuff does not want to perform. Alright, so we got a wheel here. And maybe I should try, you know, like Trinket Goblin saying, You should try those apps and stuff like that, like Let Go, whatnot. And look at that wheel. It's really undamaged. I know it's just one, but I don't know, 15 bucks is probably more than if I cut that tire and create a tire ring out of it. You know, just take the Sawzall and cut it. I use a knife to go and cut. Okay, good. Okay, I use the Sawzall. Less work. Well, I pretty much gave up cutting on these things because I need a new blade. This is kind of a bear to do. These blades might be good for other stuff. This is the way, you know, one of my commenters, Mark G. He's got some videos. He rides around on a scooter. I'm not talking about Scrap Vulture, but he goes and dumpster dives. He says he likes to cut them so the copper is still attached to the metal, which I guess makes sense. If you cut it really close, it's not so much of a challenge to pick them off. And then you don't end up with a million of them all over the ground, and you know, all worried that your copper's gonna get kicked around. You know what I mean? You know how people are about their copper, right? These scrappers and their frickin' copper. I swear to God. Steel is the meal, okay? This is... If I had to live off of copper, yeah, I just wouldn't even bother. It'd be better just to hold a cardboard sign. But see, a lot of times I cut it a little bit too far away, and these things don't want to come out so easily. So, you know, you end up stuck. But yeah, to make copper, make money off of copper. Like an earlier video, I'm like, well, what's good money? Yeah, I picked those up. Somebody said, do not worry about money. It's good money. Having enough money to pay for the dentist and go out to the movie and and never worry about anything. That's good money. Well, then why do people ask? Because it's obvious. Okay? Or they say, when I used to deliver pizzas, well, it's obvious that a pizza delivery guy doesn't make that kind of good money, or you wouldn't be delivering pizzas, or the owner would be delivering the pizzas and you would be running the shop. Okay? But people would be like, oh, you make good money delivering those pizzas? So were they being a smartass? I mean, or they'd be like, oh, I heard pizza delivery guys make good money. Really? Man, those are some nightmarish days. I used to ruin cars, engines, and transmissions delivering pizzas. Well, how were you driving, Kingdom? I was driving like a madman. You know, trying to keep up with the competition. Not even surpass them, just trying to keep up with them. And believe me, you cannot, in that world, you cannot beat the competition if the store manager doesn't want you to, or if the other drivers start to complain about how many deliveries you're getting. They feel like they're not getting enough because I know the way around and they don't. They slow you down by using the computer. They send you to far-flung places in their pizza delivering area, and they give you one delivery, and then they'll give the other guy 3 or 4 deliveries close by the shop. So meanwhile, I'm shifting gears. I'm driving the Honda Civic like crazy, you know. And back then I didn't realize, you know, Hondas are notorious for having weak transmissions, and tore that thing up. That took me about a week and $400 to go and replace the transmission on that thing. You know, I'm not a professional mechanic, so bought a transmission out of another Honda at the scrapyard. Right there, you're taking your chances. Turned out it worked, but I stopped driving that damn thing because I was just afraid I was going to tear up another transmission on that thing. So I fixed it up, cleaned it up, and sold it. Because I didn't want to have to replace another transmission. So that week, I made no money, okay? And I did a lot of work. Not only did I deliver a lot of pizzas, but I also replaced the transmission in the Honda. So yeah, when a bunch of other delivery guys get mad because I know the lay of the land, I don't need a GPS thing and all that, you know, punch in the address. I knew the neighborhood so well, it was just like I could drive it with my eyes closed. Okay. But people would go, no, those delivery guys make good money. I know we're back on that subject. Well, how the hell could a delivery guy make good money? If I had responses to my question a few videos ago about what is good money, and this one guy typed in, which is a very honest answer, what good money is never having to worry about spending the money. Like, you can spend the money on going out to the movie, going on vacation, going to the dentist and never worrying about anything about, you know, where the next dollar is going to come from. That is good money, okay? So, people would always ask that. Now, people always ask, can you make good money scrapping? No, okay? The answer to that question, if I'm going by what that guy said, I forgot what commenter. You guys will have to look back. It's a few videos ago. If that's the case, then making good money scrapping? Not at all, no. Maybe if you owned a scrapyard that has a shredder and it's been in the family business for years, you might be making good money. Because I know the people that own that one scrapyard, the one close by, that's a family-run operation. They make good money. Obviously, they never bring it to work, but they got like a yacht. They've got a couple of summer places. They have a place in Colorado. They got a place in Florida. You know, of course. I don't know. They got a couple of local summer spots around here somewhere. Who knows? In Indiana or Michigan. They've got nice cars. They don't take the really nice cars to work. They take the son takes the Ford F-150, and I think the dad drives a Ford Expedition, an older one. Even though to me it's not an older one, I think it's like about 10 or 12 years old. Those are beater cars to rich people. I'm taking the beater to work. Where? They threw all the aluminum on the ground. I'm just going to tell you why. Because the amount of time to go and mess with that right now, it is Sunday. It is probably the high holy day. Well, yeah, fair. Church. Which I already went to yesterday. The most amount of scrap out of the whole week is out today. Okay. So. Well, instead of making that video, Kingdom, you could have not made the video. No. I'm also tired, alright? I'm tired. I've been going since about 4 this morning. I'll be going until my head hits the pillow tonight. And that probably, honestly, that probably won't be until after midnight. Probably won't be until after midnight because, well, the wife's driving the in-laws' car and she's afraid to drive it. My daughter doesn't have insurance on her car, so I won't let her drive that right now because she wants to buy a different vehicle. She wants to sell the one that she's got. So now I'm taxi service, okay? And being a taxi service, I am not going to make the money. I'm not going to find the amount of stuff that I should or could today, okay? It's going to cost, okay? Figure out this efficiency. It's going to cost about $150 to $200 in lost productivity and lost scrapping material. This is psychic money, okay? This is money that's never explaining economics to people, okay, is impossible because they don't understand. But I'm going to do my best. This is what's called psychic money. Money that could be had, but I'm not going to have. And it's not leaving my pocket. It's not coming into my pocket, okay, but it's not leaving my pocket, so to speak, okay? But I am shelling out my time. And when I'm shelling out my time, I'm shelling out future money, okay? So in the future, the near future, I shall be poorer, okay? Fewer dollars will be going into my pocket, okay? So that they can make money, okay? So I'm giving up my productivity so that they could be productive as possible in a minimum wage environment, which this is actually ass backwards, man. Okay, total ass backwards situation. And I think to explain a lot of things, it would take a Harvard grad student, or rather a Harvard professor of economics, or Freakonomics rather. Okay, it would take a professor of Freakonomics to explain the dynamics of something seemingly so simple. Okay, it doesn't sound like I know what I'm talking about. It would take a Harvard Freakonomics professor to explain the financial dynamics of my scrapping. How can something so simple be so tremendously complicated? I have no idea, but it is. You take me offline, okay? I am not that productive anymore. There is no way in hell I can be straight line throughout the day, uninterrupted. That is the most productive for me, okay? But when I'm stopping and going, I cannot possibly, because this is this is different than all these other videos that are on YouTube. God damn it. Okay? This mother effing channel is totally different. Okay? I'm not making videos so I can make a couple bucks off of YouTube. Alright? I'm not going into a dumpster and getting stoked about, woo, look at the copper wire I found! Okay? That ain't this channel. Alright? That does not. Okay? That does not even freaking register. Alright? Even if I found a barrel, I'd be like, oh, cool, I'm stoked. I'm not stoked about all that. Or even that, okay? Yes, I would miss it if I didn't have it. It's just a little bit, okay? It's not what makes, okay? It doesn't make it go. It all works together. Everything from burning the garbage, okay? Because that reduces handling costs. Alright, to tearing up this goofy stuff right here. Alright, to sorting and separating my aluminum and the shit scrap. It all works together. Letting a truck sit stupidly, well, because I can't get my fat arm behind there, man. I have to take some serious shit apart to get my hand behind that thing. I've showed that in my videos. Maybe I need to show it again. Okay, because it's a new video. And I'm taking forever. 29 minutes, holy crap. I'm not going to show it. Forget it. It's long enough. I got to get back to work. I'll show you guys in another video if you want to really see. Alright?